Doma sa Glen. Meet me kind of too much. Because when you say that Asante, I know as I say, and Librene, Jerosone, I don't know. Obi a say unya say ono no ye Asante hina go pe. E ka say akana akanfo o ma o di kan buy. Christ was a rasta.
Okay.
Yeah, Christ was a dreadlock somebody.
Okay bede na wajime so se nananom etie yen. Emu nyina akwa aba eba ADUMASA TV so. Ewie yin so yakopon adom waka yen ho e de ache yen. Ebra so se amamre ahodo ya ye de bremo bre ne do nyina no. Ene so ye de ebremo. Na ene de no e sonko kra. Ya tu ne din se root and culture. YENKYI ene ya amamre. Eno enene ye ba abedi eho enkomo. YENKYI ne hin na edien ene yamamre na ene mewo opanyini baako nimdefo nmunyamfo baako ewo menchen na ene yebehwe na brabo mu nsem ono ene kofa bai ya oda root and culture no ano enti dwumadie yi ono ena ebeboa yen na yetumi esua eniema titiru yamamre Ghana Africa ana bibire mu nyina no obeboa yen ewo saa kwan no so ansa na no ebedi kan do suko ewo na brabo mu nsem ansa na de wo bia no enna ide anim no ye de no so atumi abremo nana opon di nchene na wie mene na de ahia oye structural engineer audio visual engineer graphic designer ana face so assign a historian I said the teacher near yen de biano ono so a historian na ene yetiti nsem abakosem amamre ni amane de okwati no a enye ye okwan bia so san so na oye award winner ema the Commonwealth Millennium Youth Service ya ono so yabo na baso e wo sa kwan no eso kame ho na yema na kwaba nana ma hen ani die mu mensem fata na ho te sei
madam me ho ye na so
yankopon ado yeso me ho ye pa
atifo nya so chia mo nyina.
Okay. First of all, yesha se no. Who is Nana Opon Dinchini?
Nana Opon Dinchini. Mtihai.
Okay.
Nchifri nyina hin. Nyina hin eye Asante Krua di mu pa
okay.
Sikega ho. Ache se nyina hin ye Krua bra yura optimso enna damfo ose konfanochi ebeti Asante man no.
Okay.
Ofre sikadwa eba efiada enu de be see optimso yura optimso na so ma yi
Asante
no say oye Asante hene and o promise say and I say o share come say yen hia ne nansa so aye kwasiada na ode ade bi ebe mayen ebe ma Asante maya waboye hene.
Okay.
Nti ade na ode be mayen na say akwasie ade wa promise so ode be mayen enti ne friend Akwasidae enti sa Akwasidae no akwasi ade no a ode be ma Asante man no eye suman oyi ema Asante man se emboa na enhedin embake ana se entai skedwan echi. Enti sunsun a etai skedwan echi no eno no obeyi man sa kwasiada no ye friend no yentam tu.
Okay.
Eno ne de woti no nyina hini amana no aman nyina ano suma ya da amana no ene friend no yentam tu.
Okay.
Na nyina hini ena yura edema ne damfo osun no no ye bofo awode ma no se onfanko enkosi na wahwe soma no nti ba bi odikosi no okosi no eho ne nyina onyina yini bi wo ha nsuo bi enamase nto duru ho no officer eho na suma no eno agina wo se aha no pese wotena enti ne frɛ ho nyina hini enti saa kuro no nyina hini eho na nchi efi.
Okay. And I yada say yan chance free omofra brim.
Good.
Say na osi enyini efa ye hin na wotena ye hin na wo hyesu ko ase.
Me tia obantama. Go around about those area na me yakola nyina won yeti me no fa so echi domain. So me go school Presby boys, Adum boys. When I'm starting school. And me and so me to asuko office Jamaica kente ifro beba osetutu ifro na me 2 kwan to because other courses.
Okay.
Graphic designs and other things. I said masters in graphic designs. I name about productions and other things like that.
Okay. Nana oma mema mo yese. Okay. Ona ye penyina na ketu.
Na me ketu. Ma me free mountain.
Oh, okay.
Na me ketu.
Okay. Yes. You go so way back honum no. Also o ma me free mountain. Where was your father?
Well, for us no so in
no so in
also want to be as
to my mother pen no nyina free nyina.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Any Asante ni ba ma papa. Okay. Going up after school, what did you decide to do? Without the traveling in Ghana here?
Okay.
Then now you were doing so bad.
Oh, when some club room there now gym or
so I didn't be
able to say such as say baby mom the music mupa na music mupa and art there. I was born with art. I say me graphic designer and it shows see I'm a draw and from the club room there I was just an artist. Nantahara by Tara.
Okay.
If I know one who Bantama. That time because we were doing boys, we are your contrast now or shop or Bantama because about let's just say your draws and I get in it. 2 quiet, let's just say the winning nice all year. And art no, I now graduated into graphic designs.
Okay, so now we be honor before going outside.
Oh yes.
What was that?
Oh, we're doing paintings and drawings and other things. Like I said, I was born with it.
Okay.
And today we'll be Muslim artists. We'll be a digital so it took some talkers.
Opportunity no e ban say.
Oh, I was born with it.
No, traveling no.
Oh, traveling no. Oh yes. Well, who's sometimes no be a private national make it kakra. Okay. Na me sorry ma me free mo na say eno ma mo den. And na me nim drawing into no. Sometimes to me was the school that time na crested the ball.
Yeah.
No. Very good. Na eno ma mo den. What I do is say me track cardboard exercise book china head and hardcovers no. Because school am me design school no crest.
Logo no too.
Yes, logo na the blade the chuchu sa me ko na the foam. I was going from country to village to village, and so I was making some money, and that's how I travel.
Oh, okay. Yes. Wow, very nice.
Yeah.
So, life after Ghana,
yes,
starting a new life, it will be mine. So, it also so call why na call see why so. How did the life started over there?
Oh, how did they want to say? When you took idea, what to cry? When many papa, when me yeah. No, I just say. The whole world is yours. Okay. They say we do what you have to do. Until Europe, no, na opportunities for it is facilities, which is libraries and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, Europe there. If you want to read, you can know. It is the internet. Okay. So, you can do. All right. And I really went into some of these private schools and into libraries and stuff, and I was upgrading myself. You know, before I came into graphic designs and do some film productions and other stuff.
So it means that before so further on.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Okay, so for how long?
For
how long?
About 10 years I was working.
10 years?
Yeah, I was working I had my shop, you know, and I've been called into, you know, like some people are doing productions, film productions, they need a cameraman, they need a DOP, they need a graphic designer. I was doing here and there, I was jumping here and there, and that's where I improved myself to be where I am now.
Ghanaian na wako fumu musa no, they are all white. Na owo sansan no juma no. How na omono copy?
Oh, and you'll be white, white, especially me now already me corona say, you know, you go me chiso. And Tiana Muslim, yeah, ne to for no, and a year and I'm foremost, especially Jamaican for no, ne or that because they see you, they respect you. So not mostly. Though I went to school somehow, you know, with the whites. I was very clever, you know, but I was mostly with my brothers, you know, and sisters who are the blacks, the diasporas.
Okay.
Yes.
Growing up, who were your role models? Who were you looking up to? Did you have one?
Oh, not really. Not really. I never have somebody I was looking up to, but I was reading a lot. Like history books and stuff. So I was really into people like Marcus Garvey, people who are really into, you know, black consciousness. I was trying to be like them. So it makes me read more. It makes me do a lot of research. I go into libraries and pick some books. And you know, Europe, you pick a book, the book will introduce you to another book, the book will introduce you to another book, and you keep chasing. So, you know, it broadens me up.
Okay.
Yes.
About say an abreben and a Rastafarian the beam.
Oh, yeah, you see, Rasta is a culture.
Rasta is a culture.
It's a culture.
Okay.
And religion. When you say culture, culture, you have a religion, that's what you believe in, your way of life, right, and your customs or your tradition, all right. So being an African, especially baby, I mean, Chifrino, you show Konfanochia, all right. Almost and I'm sorry to they consider him as a fetish priest or whatever it is, right? But Sawush come deeper. He was the same as Christ.
Okay.
All right, it was the same as Christ. Because Christ took a Nazarite vow. Christ, he took a Nazarite vow. What I mean Nazarite vow? We'll share Numbers chapter 6. A special vow when you grow up in life, when you want to dedicate yourself to the Lord. Okay. It tells you do this and do that and do that. Especially if you want to be a priest. There's certain thing you do. If you want to be a prophet, that's what you do. Okay. So if you want to become a Nazarite, it tells you don't make razor touch your hair, you know, and let your locks grow long. You don't go into alcohol. You don't. They are all tradition. They are all, you know, and these are how I got to know that this is who I am, and I follow it up. So when you're talking of Rastafarian, you don't really look into Jamaica like that, because Okofanochi was a Rasta. Oh yeah, you understand? And Christ was a Rasta. Okay. Yeah, Christ was a dreadlock somebody. You understand? So you can't tell me that, you know, if I'm a dreadlock person, I'm fetish. Okay. Then Christ is fetish. You understand? Then Okofanochi is fetish. But fetish, what does that mean? It means nothing. All right? Because when somebody is dedicated himself to tradition, you know, and because of that you are calling him fetish, it's the way you understand him. Because even if you go into the Bible, it shows you, you know, how to worship and all that. They are all part of rituals and stuff about religion, you know. So to me, there's nothing like fetish. Okay, so which parts of the religion, where do you fall? What do I fall? Yeah. Actually, I belong to the Ethiopian Orthodox. Ethiopian Orthodox is one of the earlier way of worship. I won't even say religion. All right? Yes. But now, like I said, when Christ is walking out in the street by today, they'll call him Rasta. When Opimso will be walking in the street now, they'll call him Rasta. Because they forgot that Opimso in mother and father, maybe they were not having a child. They have to go to some tradition or fetish priest, high priest to get some, you know, and they got a child, Jinaba. Okay? So they have to give him dreadlocks. All right. So if a dreadlock is walking in the street by today, they'll call him Rasta. Okay. All right. But the Rasta is just a name. The Rasta is just a name. Yes, yes. Okay. I want you to be specific for me, for my viewers. We have
the top 3 that we know.
In fact, we have going English now, so let's break it into cheese.
Okay, yo nyamesom, yo abosonsom, and yo nkremosom. Ehin na wo.
Well, you see, oka nyamesom. O frɛ kremoni a wonso so osum nyame.
Yeah.
O call you see, there's nothing like abosonsom.
That is why you made me break it into G.
Okay, very good. Abosonsom any hobby I say obi sum bosom.
Okay.
Abosom sum kire say bomian sum.
Okay.
Bomian sum. Ade sum bo. Ye nyina ba this time they call it congregation. And the friend of bosom ye nyina bom and ye sum. A belief be and I say ade bia ye say how would know ye nyame so to say enti no my friend who mo way by no and wo group say way fetish enti wo na no hu say different from wosum nyame be nya ye nyame som because after wo go say wo dey change nyame first it say hona and I say ye wo akura bi kura na ye say nchi akura nyame obi anim say obo ade friend say obo ade nyame so enti there's no difference from nyame som and obi a Muslim and the belief and as obi a higher priest I'm friend of comfort. Comfort means a prophet, somebody who prophesies, and a friend of comfort or come a year come and see there's no different from somebody who is a prophet and a comfort, such as say. But then I'm saying obi in the religion by now person oh jine dey no if you say oh there no you have to put it down and if you say this is fetish but nothing like that. Yeah, chi kasa no kasa comfort, it means a white man say prophet. So why are you telling me my own is not? We are all worshiping God. You understand? The way I will name nyame no and the chile who nyame no city.
Until also your friend say.
I can be as Orthodox, Ethiopian Orthodox. Yes.
And now okay. What it means is say munina obi a rasta na.
Ethiopian Orthodox no.
Obi okobi bia.
Oh, my child almost said Rasta na mo friend Rasta no. Because I said dreadlocks na eguni triso no. And I say okonfo good. Is your konfo not you Rasta. The way to your eyes. Yes, you are Rasta. Or two for pinso or your Rasta.
The first.
Because person guni triso no. Mo friend that as Rasta, but just name. What I say. And also a vow. Vow just say what to once your say where you once was obeso so nyame and as wo de ho amanyame was wo de ho manyame dia and map as one can uti so I say and no ye din a set of people are more group mo and nye obi okwa asoro no oto church no na eye rasta say wo nyi ho nsi ho what I say we Methodist now also winning what is mean by Nazarite now yeah what I say you are Nazarite. And then just say Orthodox for you and a Nazarite. No. What do you say? I know just say Presby for you and a Nazarite. If who Presby work or take it loss now, and not just say Omina Nazarite and I said Rasta. Okay.
Coming to the Ghanaian society, Ghana Han, you who will be a Rasta, you are dream be a by it. A beer or ye. Most especially boys not for pa or more ye. Because dreadlocks youth Ghana youth no and omo ghetto no right now no most of them ghetto are the boys are omo into drugs omo fa rasta no and omo abo right now no most of them they are into the rasta nti ama perception bo Ghana oh yeah rasta oh yeah kraboni in Ghana here.
Okay. Me chono. You see, na me call regional minister, police commander.
Okay.
Na ne crime officer. Okay, I was so happy. I went there with a complaint, and I said, "Oh, Rasta for you who am robber or Rasta." What I say? Say a man for omo call robbery ne you who be say Rasta. Meaning said there were near Kusia, all can say, be a woman we are not something like that, right? Some people, some Rastas, be a honor when near Kusi. But which mean Rupu, Rasta for say omunum drugs, and I say omu into ghetto no. We should Rasta for they are decent. You can't tell me Bob Marley is a ghetto, or Peter Toy was a ghetto person, right? And I say Okofanochi was a ghetto person, and I say Yura or Pimso was a ghetto person. No, we don't group people like that.
Okay, what was our boys now American? Is there any difference between the Moye and that dreadlocks now boys of today or Moye pa? I don't know, maybe only anyhow. You've not studied that.
No, boys of today, the man who said because of music in tea, because now we have. When was a Shatawale because of Shatawale as a Jana Punk be now.
It was so.
And as you do of us, where Bob Marley or something. But fatness, most time, I mean, my own way, most time, Obido Adebia, and my walk into that thing.
Okay.
So Obi a perasta. Now who's a Wastatia? I feel better no call Rasta for him. I feel maybe. To for how Rasta for etna. You say Rasta for nam chroma. A bit more righteous. Righteous because be an say Rasta for ya no sa anyway. A true Rasta. And this a be will be a good musicians that be a chi. Let's say okobo drugger.
That is why I
say Rasta for and it is a woman on Rasta. Woman on Nazarenes. It's not a person who different from a Rasta and a Nazarene.
Yeah, and the person also or identify now clear the real Rasta and what we are seeing now.
Yeah, I'm just say a real Rasta man won't know one sample. Then I'll go to get to. Obi or your Rasta man won't know one sample. And a casa crabacano, Okadi and Hoti.
Okay.
A real Rasta man, oh, you call you righteous. Who person live right as a Nazarene. And different from somebody I will say. Also, yes, Shatawale now be all board drug be a share baby get to. I don't see like that.
Okay.
That's a point trust.
Okay. Yeah, share educational system no. Okwaboche no. College when I started koi systematically.
Well, because what you first of all, as I told you, now also nerdy. It's not say me started here Ejuma. First of all, did my own art. I have my own shop. Then I started to go to shops. I started to go to libraries. I started to know more. Then from there, I entered into polytechnics in Hastings, right? And I started to improve myself and the arts I was born with. And what I knew was that I was going to graphic designs. Graphic design, that's where I was improving. After that, after the graphics, right? In fact, I won an award, Commonwealth Award. Yeah. All right, that made me get more, because not just the graphics. When you are into graphics, you now start to know about film productions, because when you watch films, it's the graphics who really arrange, how to edit and all that. Okay, so I started improving into all that, and then when you go into that, I saw that I was really good in design. I started going into structural engineering. All right, so I jumped from one to the other, and in Europe you have facilities. If you know you can do something, you just push ahead and go.
Do it. Yes. Ghana ha ye bo bia baso a. Mpempidi ye 10 hu ye say omoto aba. Nti odi no ye say ye to so aba na unya ye or na wo ho no no mo frɛ say ye.
For instance, the Commonwealth Award is a yearly yearly award was been established by the Commonwealth. What do you mean Commonwealth? Commonwealth is about 52 nations of the British, areas and all that. So every year they come out with questionnaires and exams and things you have to, those who can enter into it. Okay. All right. So I had a group. I have a NGO. And this NGO, we had to go into that competition. The NGO I had first was Children of the Farmers Club. Because I come from the countryside, I was believing that with agriculture and stuff, we can improve ourselves. So I formed this NGO called Children of the Farmers Club. Right? And I entered into it, and I won the whole millennium, the whole Commonwealth. They were the first. Oh. Yeah.
Congratulations. Okay. Yeah, fa uku no.
Yenkyini
Amamere and also Brebe in the Beam and Botaibe in the Teche.
Good. Yenkyini Amamere In fact, me back Ghana about some couple of years ago.
Okay.
And I inspiration because now me were Europe. I was reading into African tradition and culture, and I went deep enough to get into Egyptology. When I mean Egyptology means that Kemetic science. That is say share Africa African civilization started here. Africa how to write started here.
Sir.
Oh yes.
Okay.
It started from hieroglyphics.
Okay.
Just like how you have things like design I was way jinyame. Design where I was way. Sankofa, beautiful. You see, those are how Africans started writing. Those days there was nothing like, in Egypt was the highest civilized, country or communities in the world. All right, so it was through my research into that I got to know that when we're talking of Egypt, when we're talking of Kemetic people, these people are Akans. All right, because the first dynasties like Tutu, Kufu, Akhenaten, which is Akhenaten, Emo Ote, Emotep. All these names, when you break it down, you find out that they all Akan names. And then when you start to study the language, like in Egyptology, they say Ka. Ka means Kra.
Okay.
Most of these things you find out that the Akan language goes deep. Then when you breaking it down, you find out that when Kemet, Egypt was conquered by most of these people, the Muslims and right? They break down and came back because when you say Egypt, right? It wasn't just Egypt came by itself. It was the people from the Kilimanjaros, people from Kenya, people from Ethiopia. That's where the writing started. People from the West Africa. They got together and formed that Egypt. In fact, they formed a place, Napata, before they even get to Egypt. All right. So when they get to Egypt, it became a big nation, like the biggest, the biggest trade center, where everybody was coming to learn something from Africa and Egypt. That's where we have temples, and the temples were like universities where all this education and things were coming from. So people from Greek and all that, they were coming to learn from here until later on they start to conquer us. All right, you understand? So it was these people from Africa here got together and formed that Kemet nation, which brought about education, which brought about science. All right, because you see, when you're talking of science, it started from here. All right, it started from Africa. It was the African queen who started agriculture, because before they go to bush and kill animals to come and eat. But African queen, right, started saying, no. We have to start plant something we shall eat around so that we don't go around. So they come out with agriculture. Right? So all these things started from here. All right? Yes. So like
YENKYI
AMAMER3. So you see, when I came to back to Ghana and I found out, all these things we're talking about, we're really coffee, Pharaoh coffee was coffee, all those kind of names was our names. Then we started to dig into it and form this organization, so that others who want to learn, some people from diaspora, they also want to learn, they come, they relate to us and get more lectures to know that, this account we're talking about are the same people who were in Egypt. So that's how
it came about.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Bena, what started here?
Roots and culture?
Yeah.
YENKYI AMAMER3.
Yeah.
It's about 10 years now, thereabout.
Okay. I say a Kubi. Do you have members in it? Anna?
Oh, yeah. It's an NGO.
Okay.
It's a kind of an institution.
Okay.
To study about our culture, our roots and culture.
With a number of how many people?
Oh, right now we're more, because we're in Jamaica, we're in Trinidad, we're in Bahamas, we're in England, everywhere. We're big.
Okay, so more countries eco-educate or how do you educate? Through
right now we have social media and we link up all the time. Sometimes we travel as well. Sometimes you took and call other places. Sometimes through the social media, people ask questions. Like even right now we have the Tree University, where we are teaching other diasporans about how to speak the language Tree and the meaning of tree. Because once a tree kasano explain things by itself. What I say? Subai and beer. Auntie, the tree kasa the pa no come out say a kasa a can for Oma they can buy what I say and a massa or ya bedu. They say kasa Asante for crana Asante by just 16th century. But Akan has been there from creation. Until now, through our roots and culture, we are able to explain and come out with education about most of these things. Okay.
Obo Akan hold the role outside, you know. Have you had any failures, success and failures? Let's look at the failures itself.
Failure.
Problems be with those out there.
Okay. Out there we don't have failures. Out there we don't have challenges. Our challenges is in ourselves here. Yes, because for instance, Akan AMAMER3 and Asante AMAMER3, a binum feel bad. Like for instance, some Nkrafo other people, some people who do not understand everywhere they come from. For instance, some of our brothers like Fantis, they even see themselves different from being Akan. Meanwhile, they are all the same. So those are the challenges because sometimes almost some real root things that they feel you are trying to,
tribalistic,
something like that, but it's not tribal thing, So that's what I mean. Okay,
so apart from Millennium Award, when your awards be and any achievement?
Oh, yeah, from school childhood, I was getting some few awards, but this is the biggest award if you say is the best because the 52 nations of the Commonwealth are gathered together. Say I'm number 1 in the Millennium. I think it's the one of the biggest award I ever have.
Okay. Yes. Personal life, our real award. Can you share something small with us?
Oh yeah, we were my 5.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. Omo ha no more outside. Omo Ghana here. Yes. Okay. Other now from Mukwabuchiro. And now what it omo Ghana here?
Yes.
Nti o fun so say entity ama wa here than training them there.
Forget about the way Ebinum feels say abrochire chen aha. It's still slavery.
Okay.
Before na Emrofo the tuoni and the Adeba Chichi any ebeko, especially Asante for will end up there. Most of them are war captives,
Okay.
And end up there. This time, wo na wo try ticket at the Kokoye slavery. Because most of the people are doing one year or one more how 1 year. And so one more year. Obu a call trial mebanesi, obu no wadi 40 years, no na you more no them channel. But so sad strength na energy na we use for the what year na here. It can be a why master in some certain things. And to me, I don't advocate say people should go that side. If we say we have everything here and we are richer, comparing to that side, because all the resources they use is from here. And they say if we were able to manage ourselves well, I think we have better living here than going there.
Out. Okay. Yeah. As a historian,
good.
I think this question it's not easy, but I want you to try as much as possible to answer us.
Yes.
I'm sure it's what Doma and Asante.
Doma
and Asante. The
yes.
Issue, anyhow people are interacting on the media. Wait tomorrow, or he say we so many say. What is your take on this whole issue?
Yes. In fact, my friend, let's make a kakra sana waba.
Okay.
You can't Asante abako sema. Me beti me di wakwa ko Egypt ni ada be ba se ha. Why need this na we buy ya or no me next man if you say is the best.
Okay. So personally, what do you have to say?
The history Asante man history. Untimi nyera no.
Okay.
Then ya account for. The can for na be ka ha no because akwa na ye ko Israel na ye ba Egypt. Ye ba na bia be sa wa ha. What I say? Ediane o ha no before o ma no dey so no ye the nchirafo. I said no mun na ye omo check kunya those days. And the way na tribute ye tribute and ye tua ento ema wo mu no am say anye ohene no fe na open more and you feel say this time ohene bi amfa na yere emeka ho all this kind of cry ba fa twa on sakura ka ho o say na tyranny na too much and Asante for we my area say no ye de sad we the answer enye the right way a wo mu ti wo ho abaye Asante for no ekoko di wo ho say this time there and ye beti ho what I say and that is the beginning of Asante but doma sa clan no meet me kind of too much because when you say Asante aye no as say ani bre ne ebino jeroso ne adade no obi apese onya say ono no ye Asante hina agope ti ba bebre edin se bebre eba but I say e kan sem ye emfana kwa so to say but I know say that mama no not me aka that more better than me.
Okay, we will go there. As a historian, no, what advice will you give to the youth? Youth, know, because Omo hear a lot of social media insult.
Yes. I see you see, no matter how much say, internet na ban, social media ban. And you just say, over to social media now, now jokes be near, be the them now, would you actually? You say, when bodam na ekua so group mu ya as one but I say internet no eboaye no ma bebre honestly say the nyamiama adwene and science akodru no you can teach yourself ubetimi asua de ba with the internet so to say until we say over call internet mako waste the whole day now we joke the whole day now some funny things no go into it to learn history, know about yourself because history no anasa bako sem no ana be mo hu the say no usubaya the wotiti abako sem ene de woti sese no e be mo hu kira what I say and this if I say nyamsum na say the aban and name rofudu omo culture abe with education so nya time eco history one obetima hu deceiver or mu deceive yen obetima hu for instance wo hwe bible mu a wo Exodus right about the 10 commandments I'm not saying do wo kind the whole Exodus 20 ya wo at the end of the 10 commandments now obecha say oh yeah altar baby a officer wo begina ho ne wunyame akasa ti we ye pawo okay Exodus 20 a wo benya ne nyina okay 10 commands be ne nyina at the end of the day no say if you are making an altar to commune with God to your God whoever you think is God he said get earth and the tier and form your altar and for gold or silver I said don't use silver or gold to make my altar but use the earth and the tier not the fire altar okay and said if you slaughter your cow your sheep your oxen or whatever on it whatever I am I'll respond to you and he said even if you want to use a stone use a stone without hewed a stone a young fabona fatuo fire altar what I say our Bible no more and you will say we say fire and the tier altar nature would jagusun what will a white man see it they will see that is a fetish is they'll call it bosom because what in the tier na ya doesn't watch so Bible no chill what I say the time say if you read well you can understand that they almost catch us away fetish they are already trying to get you confused until with education with youth studying your words getting time to study your history you can understand yourself more better and do the right thing for yourself
ye try ho ye ko break na so there was kind ye de na abem na ya do su ko sa side ho no so before you go Briefly, then I'll walk at you as a historian. What do you have to tell us? And this program at Eba?
Yes, you see, many Ajipa as my better start program our
ADUMASA TV.
ADUMASA TV. So
okay.
Many Ajipa anti. So the work and one name say YENKYI AMAMER3.
Yeah.
Ensi heya. Me pese every week number my every week be I be feed you with information.
Yeah.
Obi opese osua na bakosem. Ye na ya bakosem. Ye di kan for akanfo abakosem. Echi say ye na edi kan. Right? We are ready to answer everybody. We are ready to give you more education. You say ye master station station ya wahano. Popular with this YENKYI AMAMER3.
Nana ewie da senobre.
Thank you.
I was for Nana upon the chine and na yeneno edi ehia no. Ye dan ye ho tew na ya to so. Ye ba sisia.